South on one just past the glades where the mangoes grow. The gecko play where you can tip your hat and laugh all day on these islands. Well, on these islands, a little island home. Flowers in the trees, flowers on the vine, the petal on the stem helps you feel fine. I did the cheap cigar and mango wine on these islands. Well, these islands, a little island home. Oh, when the coconut falls from the swaying palm growing ever so tall, get your machete ready, poor boys are having a ball. From Risking Key to the end of Duval. South on one just past the glade where the mangroves grow. The gecko play, a big wind can come and blow your things away off these islands. Oh, these islands, a little island home. Off these islands, a little island home. The song was written about a week and a half after I got down to Largo and went out over to the beach and started to get sunburned. Hurt your face sunburn. Well, I'm warm, boy, I'm warm. Got them warm. Got them warm toes rolling in the sand. I got the keys by my side. No reason to hide. Yeah, I'm warm. I got them warm. Yes, I'm warm, boy, I'm warm. Got them warm. Warm toes are buried in the sand. Got tequila by my side, ain't no reason to hide. Got them warm, I got them warm bones on. Well, I'm looking like a red potato. Got them warm. Like an alligator, just rolling in his pond. Shooting to the shade, them razor cut me like a blade. Lord, I got them warm, I got them warm bones. Got them warm, got them warm.
Okay, folks, we're back. Connor, take a minute. I'm just going to recap the. Oh, thank you. My sister's here. She's clapping for me. Yeah. See, we're just going to recap. Unfortunately, because it's a live streaming show, sometimes there's a mishap, and it seemed like the internet bumped us off, and we may have missed the gap. And I want to go over the last couple minutes. Hopefully, it's only the last couple minutes. We were talking about liquor and all that stuff, but the previous, where we're going to link into this half of the show, was we were going to talk about. This is not the Russian tea room, and I opened it with face blindness. Face blindness is a psychological disorder where people cannot recognize other people's faces. And it's just one of these things that people who have this disorder, they would notice the haircut, their clothes, their gait, the way they walk, their voice, and things like that. And they notice everything about it. But the face thing, they don't identify. And it's an interesting one because there's tons of disorders, like different types of disorders. I'm sure I have several,
Disorders?
Yeah, undiagnosed and diagnosed.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to, you know what? The psychiatrists love me.
I just want to be the person selling T-shirts.
Yeah, I went to marriage counseling, my first marriage, and those guys loved hearing what I had to say. And then when I got, hello, there we go, Sam's here. I'm going to ask our close for Sam. Yes, Sam's one. Hey, we were going. We just got knocked off the air, Sam. So face blindness. So how I equate this to the topic, this is not the Russian tea room. You'll have people walk into a place. Let's say it's the Golden Corral. If you see a chocolate fountain, you don't have to ask them if they have Pellegrino. They won't have Pellegrino. You're lucky if they have soap in the bathroom. Now, if you go into the Russian tea room, don't ask for cocktail weenies, because they won't have cocktail weenies or PBR cans. Get it? Be aware of your surroundings, and it happens all the time when people come in. And it's a melange of whether are they trying to be snobby on purpose. Hey, look at me. I'm going to ask you for something honestly you don't have. Pardon me, Sean. Do you have Chateau Lafite, 1957, a Bordeaux?
In his car. He's got it in the back seat.
Yeah. Something that smells like feet. I like that. But, they come in here and they show, hey, listen, trust me, I know that. I know what's going to be... Sam, you're going to come over? Come on, you're on with us. Come on over here. So, it happens at every place. It's in stores. So,
I'm thinking about Louis.
If you're at Motel 6, don't call down for room service.
No, call Pizza Hut.
They don't have room service.
Call Pizza Hut.
Yeah. They won't fluff your pillows. And and I'm not going to go into detail on what happens to those covers on top. If you take a blue light to those covers in that Motel 6, it is going to be a nightmare. And hopefully you're not staying. It's not particularly Motel 6, any places. Those covers on the mattresses are disgusting. Yeah, or forget about that. Or the chocolate on the pillow may not be chocolate on the pillow. Well, I didn't say it.
It wasn't
You're alluding to what it is. Okay? And I'm not suggesting that there would be a woman of the night dead under the mattress, but they have found them in those places. So if you are at a place like that, if you're at a place that doesn't ask you for your credit card and you pay by the hour, if you go to a hotel where you pay by the hour, they're not going to have a champagne bucket. They're not going to have champagne glasses. So where do people come on? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
You go anywhere.
This is one of those rare times. I actually do.
Well, I was just fascinated by it. People coming in. Are they doing it because they're completely... there was a movie called Cabin Boy.
Oh, yeah. Chris Farley?
Chris Elliott.
Chris
Elliott.
Oh,
and he's this young man. It's a spoof on Captain's Courageous. Anybody remember Captain's Courageous? He's a wealthy boy and he ends up ending up on this fishing boat. Spencer Tracy, the guy in the wheelchair, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.
Barrymore.
John Barrymore. He's in it. He's the captain. Spencer Tracy is a Portuguese fisherman, and they're out of Boston or something like that, and they go to the cod fisheries, and this. And these are, you know what? I know fishermen, and they're not as bad as these guys. Fishermen are working guys. I was a carpenter for a time. You get a little smelling. These guys, but in Chris Elliott's version of The Cabin Boy, they were filthy, disgusting guys. And he's asking them, could you draw me a bath and put some bath salts in it? And please, pull down my bed and have it all ready for me and all that stuff. Yes, I am tied to the mast. And it's good. And then he had no clue what it was like to be on a ship. And you just show up. And it's as if these people show up and go, what is this? What is this urinal you're speaking of? They never seen a urinal before. Or what is this urinal cake? What is this thing that I'm peeing on? They're just not used to being in a place like that. Or, what? They do taste, they taste salty.
Minty.
Okay. So, hey guys, do you have any feedback on this? I can talk about things that happen here.
Well, I'd like to welcome Sam to the show.
Yeah, I'm a
that's
little
Sam.
tardy to the party, but
No,
Good
Sam's
to be
always
here.
welcome. And like I said, you can always come in anytime you want, Sam. So, did you get the gist of the
I
conversation?
got the gist of it. I don't know that I have too much to say on the topic, but
You've never. Well, you're a teacher.
No,
Do you ever get?
yeah.
Do you ever get someone that comes up and goes, "Well, listen, my child has specific needs. He finds his interests are metaphysics." John Donne, a medieval scholar,
And
the
occult.
I mean, can you adapt when someone comes in and says, "I want a specialty item that isn't available at the school"?
no. But I did have a guy take me on a date once to a really nice restaurant, and he ordered a grilled cheese off the kids' menu. So he clearly didn't understand his environment.
Well, no, wait. If they have a grilled cheese sandwich, then that's just not classy at all. Oh, yeah, Welsh rarebit.
And there wasn't a second date.
Okay.
Is rarebit is rabbit? Is it rabbit?
Well,
What is
Welsh
rarebit?
rarebit.
What is it?
Welsh rarebit.
Oh, but that's classy. That's like that's
That
a,
is classy.
see, that's different. That's a
So
grown-up
you
grilled
wouldn't-
cheese.
You wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get that at the Wendy's Super Bar buffet. See?
You were saying Welsh rarebit.
No, this was like white bread and American cheese.
Yeah. Welsh rarebit. If you go to Colonial Williamsburg, it's a popular dish there. Yeah.
No, I worked at high-end places and more like meat and potato places. I like both. I do like both. But you have to be somewhat aware of where you are, of your surroundings. When you walk in, you can ask for an Opus 1. It runs upwards of $300 a bottle. If meatloaf is your special on Wednesday, you will not have a bottle of Opus 1. Meatloaf is delicious. I mean, I didn't even mention the ketchup today. But
So they have meatloaf.
we serve a purpose
Probably no
there,
Opus
and we
one.
serve those comfort foods. They have a great menu here at the Catch, but it doesn't serve those things. And if you go to the other places, you will not find hot dogs, certain types like hamburgers, or a po' boy if you're from Louisiana, wherever you're from. What are you from? I mean, like North Carolina's barbecue, right? Barbecue. I used to think barbecue was different than it was. And for me, I'm from Philadelphia. Barbecue was barbecue chicken. It was barbecue chicken. And then I realized it was pork. But
It's a regional.
if you go to a barbecue place, you
In what
probably
state?
wouldn't want to order a porterhouse or Delmonico. And they probably, if they have it, I would be really concerned about eating.
No, I think they probably knock it out the park. You get meat guys cooking meat.
One of my specialties is smoked prime rib.
Yeah, you get meat guys cooking meat. It
Well,
don't matter
no,
what you're
I'm talking
cooking.
about a barbecue place where they spend the whole day barbecuing and stuff like that. And would they have a porterhouse? If they had a porterhouse sitting back there, it was probably sitting back there since because the owner ordered it for his son's birthday 8 months ago. They say, bring that steak out. We got someone that's going to pay. We're going to get me $20 on it.
These are serious meat guys, man.
I know, you know what I mean. That's not one of those. It's just not one of those things you necessarily would carry.
Well, if they have it on the menu, I bet they sell the hell out of it.
Well, I'm suggesting it won't be on the menu. This is where people walk in and they order off menu for like asking you questions of things you don't have. Okay, let me put it this way. You go to a high-end massage place, and this is where it gets a little tricky. Okay, and I apologize. You think it's probably going in one direction. It may not go
Censorship.
that direction. You go to a rehabilitative therapy, aromatherapy massage place. Now, why?
Rehabilitative.
Why? Because you know what happened? You
go to an aromatherapy.
Let me explain this. This happened.
I'm
You
gonna pay
ordered,
extra money
you
for that.
ordered a mattress online, and it weighs 93 pounds, and you accidentally lifted it the wrong way. And you went there, and you went to a place that's going to relieve your back pain and all that stuff. But right at the end, it's a really high-end place. It's covered under your health insurance, stuff like that. You do not ask them for a service that they don't have listed. Like, I mean, you know what? You're going to read into it, but the ending would be smiling.
All I'm reading into is the fact that you had that backstory, like the mattress backstory, makes me think
I
this
know,
is like
it
a
makes like it actually happened, but
personal
no,
vignette.
I don't do it. When I go to real massage places, and you don't get happy endings and all that stuff. And I just described it all right there. No, you don't.
No,
But I
not
just
real
say you
massage
don't
places.
ask for that.
Well, then you need
But
to find
Connor
a
can't
massage
say shit.
Well, no, we've had this.
Well, then he
discussion.
just needs to find a new massage place.
We had this discussion this morning at Key Largo Rotary. I think, did we? No. I just mentioned something about someone said the Key Largo. About these massage places. They were asking a question of. We had law enforcement there, and they
I
were
think
asking
the Rotary would want a disclaimer that you're in no way
I
affiliated.
know, I am. I'm actually, I think the president's here. I think I'm gonna get this far.
He is not
But no,
affiliated.
there was just a comment made about someone investigating the people from the eastern part of the hemisphere. It's a massage parlor, and the card
What is
readers. And I made a comment. You mean those places that the endings are always happy? And that was it. And for some reason, everyone went to the filthy. And it doesn't always have to be filthy.
It changed the entire direction of.
You know what? If
I
you
think
go to
it
Disney
certainly
World,
did.
if you go to Disney World,
90 degree.
if you're at Disney World, all the endings are happy.
I like the way the
and
customer
you don't
thought that
think
he
that
had
way.
direction.
We went from security of the country to the other.
Oh, we're not supposed to talk about that guy. They're probably listening, but there was the FBI guy and there was another guy, and he said not to mention. He runs a task force, but not to mention anything about that, which is fine. I didn't mention anything, but it was very enlightening. Yeah, they took my name and wrote it down. They wanted to talk to me later. I didn't give you guys up yet, but then again, you're on the
Yeah,
website,
yeah,
so it
yeah.
doesn't really matter. You're culpable, but like, okay, you go to a nail salon, you want something done.
Does it look like I've ever been to a nail salon?
I don't know.
Nobody gets past your eyes anyway.
But it does make
Aw,
perfect.
you're
It
too
does
sweet.
make perfect sense to me with that. When you go, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You come into a place, they have a happy hour, they have 75-cent wings, they got clams and all that stuff like that. And you go, oh, excuse me, do you have any caviar and some Dom Perignon? I would like that. Some beluga caviar. Runs about $200 an ounce. Yeah, $200 an ounce. Right. And give me some really good sour cream. Oh, well, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get chicken wings and French fries. Because that's where you are. I mean, it's just amazing that when they come in here, and maybe I went off kilter on that, but I think...
No.
Oh, come on, don't act flabbergasted.
I think you might be a little too sensitive of it because, down here in the Keys, you go into a nice high-end place, where you're
But you're
looking...
still in the Keys.
And you still have people in, Guy Harvey T-shirts and flip-flops.
Well, that's the other end of it, where they come in and they're asking for, hey, listen, you walk into a place and you're gonna walk out with $250 for two people at dinner, and you're asking for an Irish car bomb.
Well, see, that's where his face blindness referring
Kicks
to
in.
restaurants.
Yeah.
That's where the reference was.
Yeah, you just have no idea where you
I
are.
was tardy. What is this face blindness?
Oh, it's a psychological disorder where you cannot
It's an
recognize.
actual medical
It's
condition.
actual. It's in the
There's
U.S.
two types.
It's in the DSM.
You don't see other people's faces?
You don't recognize.
You
Oh, you don't recognize them. Okay,
don't
okay.
recognize
I was
them.
going to say, that could be really dangerous.
Well, yeah. Unless you're on a dating
No,
site.
no. What they compensate that. It's a form of dyslexia or
Well,
autism.
well,
I
it's-
think it is. It's almost.
It's based. It's actual cognitive or acquired or congenital. You can
Yeah.
get it from a brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But at the very base of your brain is where your vision processes
Yeah.
are analyzed. It just doesn't work. Like you were saying before, you can recognize the gait or maybe the type of person,
Yeah.
type of clothing, things like that. The scientific name for it is prosopagnosia.
I heard of it. Yes,
Prosopagnosia.
Pagnosia.
Yeah.
That's face
I
blind.
hadn't heard of that.
Yeah.
I when I was
Stick
single,
around, I don't make
when
this
I
shit
was
up.
single years ago, early when I was very active, I used to I had multiple acquaintances among women. I'm just saying it the nicest way, and sometimes I didn't catalog them long term in my brain.
Were
And
you
go and say-
drinking beer?
Every time I go up to them, I say, "Hey, how you?" What? No, I go up to him and say, hey, how you doing? We've actually gone out. I go, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize it. We went out twice. And then they go, and we've been together, if you know what I mean. And I go, yeah, I kind of know what you mean. I know I don't need to introduce myself anymore because you're not going to talk to me. And that was really...
Then you say, I'm sorry, I have prosopagnosia.
No, it was just...
Prosopagnosia.
You know, it was the 80s, and they all had that same hair, and you're looking at the hair, and you're like forgetting everything else that's going on.
Like in a lot of afflictions, there's a self-help group.
Yeah.
And it's called Prosopagnosia Anonymous.
Yeah, I'll recognize you in the future. Oh, we got a little
my.
feedback going on.
Yeah.
I
laugh too hard at times.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah, but there's some notable personalities that have this problem.
What?
There's some notable personalities that
Oh,
have
do
this
tell.
Who has it?
Yeah. Stephen Fry, the British comic.
Stephen Fry?
Yeah. Stephen Fry.
The comedic actor.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Because Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Aniston, he thought he was with the same woman, and that's how he got in trouble.
Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple.
Yeah.
Is that just my hearing, or is it my
No,
pacemaker?
it's your hearing. It's your hearing.
My
aids going
pacemaker
on.
on?
Yeah.
Jane Goodall. Life with Chimps.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because it's a real condition. It really affects us.
Do you think she could tell the chimps' faces apart?
Oh, that's the reason why she could spend time with them, because she'd study their behaviors, and she'd recognize their behaviors by that.
Fascinating, isn't it?
I do. I remember people by their behaviors.
What is it called when you recognize their faces but can't remember their names?
That's normal. I mean,
Being normal.
yeah, that's normal. Hey, folks. Keep on going.
But a lot of social and fraternal organizations, like Toastmasters, they have classes about that, how you remember people's names when you meet them, and how to tie it in.
What's those devices they use? They got that thing.
Mnemonics.
Yeah, where they go and remember, and they go, well, this guy's parrot face, she's knucklehead.
Some kind of association with somebody.
Association with them.
Let me know if we have time for a ranger story.
What? Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, back when I was a ranger up at Acadia National Park, I lived in this giant home that used to be owned by the Rockefellers.
Yeah.
There was a couple other rangers sharing it. Yeah, I was nothing special. I was just another ranger there.
Yeah.
But we were notified that this young kid, this intern, was going to come down. They were going to start a recycling program, and he was from Monsanto. He was doing it for Monsanto Corporation. It turns out his dad was an executive with Monsanto, and anyway, this guy comes down, and out of respect to him, I won't mention Cheek's name, but he went around the island and set up these recycle bins around the national park. But he was just barely 18 and a half years old. Myself and some of the other rangers, we see him in one of the local bars, and we explained to him that, no, you can't be doing that. Don't be in the bars drinking. Don't be showing these people, fake IDs.
Was it?
Like
It was 21 in there, obviously.
Yeah. So
I thought it was since the last thing you could drink at 15.
Back at the house, he got kind of uppity with us and said, "No, you guys."
Uppity.
Yeah. Man, we're just park rangers trying to preserve, protect places for future generations.
No,
and,
I understand.
Hopefully, you won't be one of them.
Oh, you were surprised that a guy from Monsanto was disrespecting your authority?
No. He was an intern being sponsored by Monsanto, and his father was an executive with Monsanto. He was just an intern there doing that. So I went up to the bars, and I gave him a mnemonic to remember the fake ID. And he got nailed about 3 days later and got arrested.
Wow, that's a...
So I think you're not saying his name to protect yourself.
Sponsored by Monsanto was disrespectful.
Cheeks.
Well, that's amazing.
Because he was proud of the fact that he was ripping it off, and Dad was rich, and all this. I said, you know what? There's a reason.
Well, that is the guy that the Thurston Howell and Lovey mentality. Remember in Gilligan's Island?
Yeah.
Thurston Howell, they're stranded on the freaking island, and he expects. Thurston Howell and Lovey expect the rest of them to be serving him.
Correct.
And Lovey. And say like this, no, open your own coconut. Get your own fish. That's what I would do. And, poor Lovey. I think Lovey would have been dumped in the ocean. After the, doing... No, I actually without Marianne and Ginger.
No,
were
Ginger,
certainly
yeah.
Big
I
Marianne.
would call them
fan.
fetchy.
I think if you did an honest poll of men,
Marianne.
yeah,
Marianne,
I
obviously
think it would go
Marianne.
75%.
I know.
Marianne.
It's all that makeup. All that makeup. And you see the girl walking around in short shorts.
Makeup.
When I did a,
Oh, you mean about Ginger?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I hosted
Well, yeah,
a
you're natural. You
a
don't
themed
have-
Gilligan's Island party on a boat one time, and everybody came in costume, and the majority of them were either Gilligan, the older people were the skipper, and most of the girls were Mary Ann.
I'm
You could tell
going
there was a
I'm-
clear
I'm-
divide.
I'm going on a cruise in July, and I'm going with my fiance, our daughter, and their two groups of friends.
Yeah.
Their families, daughter's friends with them too, and we're friends with the couples. And I actually married the couple, married them as a notary. I performed their ceremony. And we're all going on a cruise, and I told them, I'm going to arrive, and I swear I'm going to do this. I'm going to be dressed up like Thurston Howell. I'm going to show up. Oh, we're going to, I'm not going to say the name of the cruise line because they haven't committed to us yet. Please don't say it, because I'm going to do a podcast. And hopefully they'll listen, because I think I'm going to do it. And then we cleaned up the podcast here, I think, enough. We did some allusion to some horrible things. But I'm going to dress up when I'm arriving, and I don't know if they're going to check my cases more, my suitcases. What?
There's a couple that specialize in doing murder mysteries on cruise ships.
oh, yeah. There's a couple of specialized in murder mysteries on cruise ships.
The murderer is, and they start from the minute they get out of the cab. From that point on, they're in character. And they never
Oh, I created my own setup for the murder mystery, Dennis. It's for real. I pick one person on the cruise that isn't going to come back. Yes. I invite them for a drink. Yes. It's amazing. Normally, people don't tell their intentions beforehand. This is so crazy, and I fancy myself a genius. Yes, crazy. Fancy myself like the Moriarty to your brain damaged Sherlock Holmes. I am going to commit this crime, and you can't stop me.
After Moriarty went into the falls, they brought Sherlock down.
They did. You're right. Okay, it's fine. That's the reason why people don't go for I call it the real murder mystery dinners, because you murder someone. Yeah, they're going to be not. Oh my God.
Yeah, you did just say you're going to throw somebody off
listen,
a cruise ship.
Okay.
I've been to a few murder mysteries hosted by our bartender here. He's quite the murder mystery writer. Yes.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? If I get rendition to
Very well
another country,
interwoven.
I hope it's a tropical one. And if you want to torture me and waterboard me, give me. You know what I need? I need to get, after being waterboarded, I think I need some skin lotion because I get really dried out. Hey, come over here. I need some Spanish lessons. Come over here for a second. No, I'll do it. I'll cover you.
He's got to punch in. After he punch, let him punch in.
lesson.
That was
Okay,
one
this
right
is
here. I want to clock
Jerry.
in to make money.
Spanish lessons.
He wants to get
Give me
paid.
a line. ¿Dónde están las mujeres?
The catch. The catch.
The women are at the catch. Now you say something. Tell me something I don't know.
¿Cuántos años tiene tu hermana?
How old is my sister? Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know this. This is very good. This is good. Get closer to it. So, one more thing. How much for all the women in your village?
No, you put it in Spanish.
How much for the little
How
girl?
much? ¿Cuántos dinero por todos los mujeres en ciudad?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, did I sound good? Did it sound good? Did you understand it well? No. You wouldn't buy it?
I'm not stupid.
Okay.
I want to see the
You were
candy
very
before I
good.
get in the
You did a
van.
Good job, Jerry. That's Jerry. This guy is one of the most awesome guys I ever worked with. Thank you, Jerry. I've been waiting for this. You were good. It was funny and it was on. I embarrassed myself. Okay, we're going to be going. We're going to be looking for you next
Spanish
week.
lessons.
What?
Spanish lessons with the.
Spanish lessons. You didn't know about Spanish lessons? I've always been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Every time we walk by,
Yeah.
Jerry walked by. I'm going to do Spanish
There's
lessons.
a dichotomy here.
Oh, this other one. I thought it was. I was asking. I thought he was saying, "Is your zipper down?" And it was something else. And you know what? That's the beauty of language. You know what? Sometimes I don't even understand my English.
I find that believable.
Yes. Okay, we're going to be signing off.
They hardly ever understand my English.
Oh, you know what? Billy's very understandable, and he does play that kind of Smith Brothers cough drop.
Well, his language is music.
And, something his music. But you know what? He's
I'm learning that
he's
language.
very clear and concise, and I appreciate that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Keys Bartender. We'll be back next week, and the next time, please. We're probably going to record this episode coming up afterwards of Sam and Billy, and we'll be back next week at the same time. 4:30. Thank you very much. Here's a toast. Clink, clink, clink.
Clink, clink.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, thank you, Connor, Billy, and Sam.
Good men to the test,
All right.
making them all think that I do the rest. Yet usually too late before they see that old dame and alcohol.